In Module 11, we'll be looking at arc length, particularly arc length in polar coordinates. Well, let's start with an example. So an eagle flies at a rate of 100 feet per minute on the path, the vector of r, which equals the components 250 cosine t, 250 sine t, and 100 t. How far does the eagle travel in 10 minutes? Notice these components are probably keeping track of the eagle's going north and south, the second one east and west, and the final one, whether the eagle is flying higher or lower. All right, well, first let's remember our arc length formula. Now notice this formula here is for two components, and our vector r has three components here. But arc length equals our bounds, our limits from a to b of the square root of the quantity, the derivative of f squared, plus the derivative of g squared, all with respect to t. All right, well, let's plug in the information that we have. So we see the eagle is flying for 10 minutes. So our arc length is going to be equal from the limits from 0 to 10 of the square root of the three quantities, the first one being negative 250 sine t, and that needs to be squared. So notice that we've squared that and we've taken the derivative, plus taking the derivative of the second component and squaring it, we have the quantity 250 cosine t squared. And remember, the derivative of 100t is 100, so the third component is plus 100 squared, all with respect to t. Let's simplify this. Notice that the first two terms both have 250 in them, and they're squared. So let's pull that out. So our integral is now from 0 to 10 of the square root of the quantity, 250 squared. Now from the first two terms, we still have a sine squared and a cosine squared, which is going to equal 1 here in a moment. And of course, we have the 100 squared at the end of the square root. And this, of course, is still being integrated with respect to t. So then when we simplify all of this, we find out that the arc length is approximately 2,690 feet. We'll look for any questions that you might have on the discussion board.